deep sea fishing, Hawaii.
Hey Phil, do you remember flying over the Grand Canyon?
I was reading a great book.
I was fast asleep.
You were being sick in the back.
Was I sick that trip?
Yeah.
I
You
think
were
I was
in
just sleeping.
Or maybe you were. And Dad and I were disgusted with the two of you.
I didn't know it was special. You're like, look
We're
out
saying,
the window, it's
"Look
beautiful.
at this, it's magnificent."
It was, but
Yeah,
after
but
about
I've
half
seen
an
it.
hour, you know, it looked all the same.
I've seen it, Mum. You know, give it a 30-second glance. Yeah, I've seen it, Mum.
I can imagine as a parent that would be so annoying.
Yeah,
I'd
well,
be
spending
pissed
all
off
that
with
money.
Jamie and Patrick or Jasmine.
We were really cranky, and then we thought, oh, bugger it, if you don't want to enjoy it, we will enjoy it, and we did, didn't we?
Speaking of small planes, I remember flying in. We were in Colorado somewhere, and we had to fly to
Small town.
a smaller town from Denver Airport, and it
It's a
was
steamboat.
a steamboat. It was a snowstorm.
They couldn't land.
They couldn't land. They had 3 goes. There was a crosswind, snowstorm. They lit up the runway, and from the headlights on the plane, all you could see was the propeller and snow.
And they said if they didn't get it the third time, they'd have to turn back. Meanwhile, Carolyn got a nosebleed. Because of the drop all the time
it was a bit scary. I
in the
remember it was
atmosphere.
full on, and fuel was a concern
Mm-hmm.
because they couldn't have any more goes at land because they would
That's
run
right.
out of fuel.
Yeah. And I remember one time, you and I, Edward, I don't know if Philip and Carolyn were with us, we decided to go and see some silver mining town or something, and the mountain closed in, and Dad's driving. I walked about, I'd say 2 feet in front of the car with Dad with his fog lights on, so that he wouldn't go off the side of the road. And he was just
Oh.
following my shape. Do you remember that? Oh, that
I
was
missed
so
that.
frightening.
Wow.
But do you remember at Steamboat Springs, we got on the back of a sled and went to dinner. We ate venison, but on the back there were, was it
Oh.
reindeer? What was
Yes,
it?
reindeer were
reindeer?
towing us. Yes,
Were towing us
we were
along
with the
this
Wallace
sled.
family.
Yeah,
Belinda
right.
and
And we
Jeff.
had this great big blanket across us.
Yes,
And the bells were ringing.
That
Do
was
you remember
incredible.
the tinkling bells through the
that
snow?
was magical. That holiday. Steamboat was gorgeous.
Beautiful.
I remember it was so beautiful because it was so silent.
Yeah.
Because it was snowing, fresh snow, the horses or reindeer's hooves made no sound.
Horses.
I don't
They
think
were
it was
They
reindeer.
were reindeer.
It wasn't horses.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that too.
Do they have reindeer in Colorado?
They did. They do.
Yeah.
And they pull a sleigh.
And then we got there to this place and they were playing this Western music.
Yeah.
And we had a beautiful dinner.
It was in a tent of some sort.
Yeah.
And we stayed at the Torian Plum.
Oh, we did. And you went into someone's wrong room one night at about, I don't know what time in the middle of the night.
That was beautiful, that place.
And I got stuck in a blizzard.
You did. Oh, we were so scared for you.
And you put me in a lukewarm bath and it felt boiling hot.
Yeah, you were starting to get frostbite on your nose or something, I think.
And all our eyes were full of ice and oh, it was
I got
dreadful.
stuck up the top of the mountain.
We didn't know where to find you or what to do.
No mobile phones in those days.
That was a beautiful place, Steamboat. I want to go back there. To me, that was the most beautiful of all the
I
places.
agree. I think it wasn't over
Spain
the
wasn't
top
bad
with
either.
movie stars or anything. It was
It's
just
a beautiful,
beautiful.
relaxed, beautiful place.
Yeah.
And the
Beautiful.
skiing was amazing.
What'd you say, Dad?
Spain was pretty good.
It was a beautiful place. And that hotel, ski in, ski out, Torian Plum,
Mm.
swimming pool heated in the backyard, so you could go for a swim when you got back in the snow.
I remember jumping in a spa or
Mm.
something
Yeah.
and then running through the snow.
Yes. It was wonderful. What a holiday.
And I think you got me to stand with my legs apart and you were skiing through my legs.
I remember that.
And then you called me something in slow motion when I thought I was skiing very well. And you said I was whatever. Doesn't matter.
Remember our little holidays down in Kiama with the grandchildren there?
I was